Some sports media news. So Andrew Marchand covered this in the New York Post. Players like Aaron Judge or Martin Maldonado most recently doing in-game interviews or getting mic'd up are getting paid. Shocker. I mean, yes, you and me are like, yeah, duh. We know they're getting paid, but most people don't. So it's worth pointing out to everyone else. They get $10K per interview appearance in a game. It's like, hey, do you want to get mic'd up or do an interview in game? We'll give you 10 grand. And it's not coming from the networks. So ESPN, Fox, TBS, Apple, Peacock, etc. This is a league and a union thing from their joint pot that they have saying, we want to do this more. Fans like this. So here's your 10 G's to do this. And they have to come up with a number that's enticing. So
did you guys know this, Kratz, Kip?
Nope. No, you say like it's a no duh, but if you did an ESPN interview, from my understanding back when we played, it was just, hey, this is good for your exposure. You're not getting paid. So actually, I enjoy hearing that they're going to get paid now.
No, they started, I think, last year.
They've been getting paid.
Yes.
I think they started this last year was the first time I ever heard about it. Because I remember doing a Fox game and we mic'd somebody up during the game and I said, man, a lot of these guys are doing this now. And I forget, somebody said, well, they're getting 10 grand. And I'm like,
exactly.
What?
Yeah. Doesn't make sense.
I'm like, can I get a microphone and get the extra 10 grand? And they
you do get a microphone.
I know, but when I was playing, because but what I'm saying is 10 grand. I mean, people are like, 10 grand is not a lot. 10 grand is a lot. I don't care who you are. 10 grand is a lot. Vacation. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do with $10,000.
Yep.
But I'm surprised that this just now came out. I think the MLB tried to hide it. I think MLB kind of tried to hide it because they wanted people to say, oh, they're doing this out of the goodness. MLB's paying guys to come on MLB Network now. I don't think players know that either.
No.
Alek Manoah, he's getting a little under the table side cash there to come on MLB Central once a week. He ain't doing that because he likes it. He's doing that because they're writing him a little check every week. And I think the big thing is players need to know that.
Do you think players know that?
No. Because I said something to a player last week and they looked at me like I was crazy. I said, well, you just let your other players know that they're being paid to come on this show.
Yep.
And he's, okay, I'm going to pass that around.
They'll start to know it. It'll be passed through the grapevine. They'll start to hear that they're getting money.
Because they all listen to FT Live. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm all about it. It makes sense. You know, Kratzy, imagine like Martin Maldonado the other day is catching a game and then he's mic'd up. It's still extra work. It's still an extra burden on him during the game. I mean, we know, especially for you guys, how much you're putting into it and you're preparing and all of that. And also your mic's open. So you're probably going to speak a little bit differently as well.
I don't know. I've never done a live one during the game. I'm definitely going to have to go back to Fox or TBS, whoever we were on when I did the in-game mic while I was playing, see if I can get some back pay.
Have you done an interview in the dugout yet?
That's a crazy move, huh? Crazy thing going on, the dugout interview mid-game. I have not done that.
Now, I know you're one of the higher-up player reps. Was that worked out to get paid now to do those interviews? Was that between the Players Union and the MLB, or what happened there?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure those were agreed upon. I think it was an idea from Fox. Fox was doing them? Is that right?
Yeah, in the playoffs, they were doing them. But now there was a story that came out this week that lays out, like, you get 10 Gs if you do in-game interviews. And a lot of players were like, oh, I didn't know that. No, I'll do it.
No, it's not the in-game interviews. It's the mic'd up thing. It's a two-way thing. You get 10 grand. Not for doing an interview. No, Fox is like...
Yes, the two-way live interview during a game when you're in the game and you're talking.
Yes.
Yeah, that's always been 10. And that's something that's negotiated between Players Union and the league is to make sure the guys get paid for doing that in game. Yeah, but the dugout interviews in the playoffs for a little bit. I don't know.
No, what do you think? I mean, is it? Yeah, but it's after you do it. They did a lot of them. Like, if you were in that situation, would you say no? Would you feel uncomfortable with it? Some guys were great with it, and some guys just said nothing. But it was a thing, and I think some fans just like the access.
I just don't think you get the authentic answers there, you know, and I think that it's hard because you want to celebrate with your teammates there, and when you have somebody that's standing in the middle of the dugout, it's a little bit strange. And I think there's a better way to get the authentic coverage or action that guys are looking for, because in the middle of a game, if somebody's standing in the dugout and you hit a homer, saw it well, hit it hard. It's awesome. Like there's just not that much more to say than that. And so there's probably something better. There's probably a better way to put a mic there and cut the good footage of the guys yelling or however you can do it. But
you get the PG-13 edit.
Yeah.